Good morning. We are extremely pleased that you are here. It is good to come together for the purpose of co-creating. Do you agree?
Yes.
You are knowing what you're wanting? Are you enjoying the expansion of your own personal desire? Really? Well, if that's true, we're not doubting you. Well, a little. If that's true, that means that your desire and your belief are in close vibrational proximity. In other words, when you are enjoying the hatching of desire, that means you're not contradicting it with doubt. You're not contradicting it with beliefs. You're not saying, I want that, but... When you want something without contradiction, it feels fresh. It feels enlivening. It will give you vitality. There's an energy stream that's flowing purely through you in a non-resisted way when you want and believe what you want. Sometimes, if you have wanted the manifestation of something for a while and it has not been coming about, then your awareness of how it is in terms of its manifestation, how far along it seems to have come. Sometimes, if you've wanted it for a while and you can't see any, smell any, hear any, you can't see or experience any tangible evidence of its existence, then sometimes you begin to believe more in its not being there than in its being there. And everything that is important to you is like that. You have a vibrational habit of thought about the things you think about. And that vibrational habit of thought, that really is what beliefs are. A belief is just a thought you keep thinking. It's a thought that has momentum. Law of attraction makes sure of that, doesn't it? Because when you think a thought, that thought is being answered by other thoughts like it. Law of attraction works that way. And the more you think about that thought, it feels to you that the more you're thinking about it, but what we really want to say to you is the more you're focused in the direction of something that causes law of attraction to bring you more like it. Ooh, didn't that sound different to you? When you are focused upon something long enough that law of attraction brings you more like it, in time, you develop such a propensity toward that vibration, toward that thought, that you begin to have beliefs around it. These words sound weird if you haven't been listening to us for a while, and they are music to your ears if you have been listening to us for a while, because you are vibrational beings, first and foremost, living in a vibrational universe. And law of attraction is sorting it all out. We want you to recognize that you have much more vibrational control than you have been exercising, because most humans are focused upon the manifested what is, the result of the thoughts that you've been thinking, not realizing that what is only as a result of the thoughts that you've been thinking. It's not some fact that now, because it's fact, demands or deserves you to think about it. It's the result of the thoughts that you have been thinking. Can you feel the distinction in that? In the beginning days, Esther argued with us, Abraham, it's true, but it's true. I know you don't think I should think about that, but it is true. And I've been trained as a physical human to weigh the pros and the cons, the pluses and the minuses, and to be very objective about all things. We said, then you have been trained to be very scrambled in your vibration. You have been trained to contradict your own desire on many occasions because of the truth of some reality that doesn't even, in many cases, have anything to do with you. It's just something that you are observing and practicing the vibration of until it will be a part of your reality, if you practice it long enough, because that's how you create your own reality, is by activating vibrations and doing it long enough that law of attraction can garner enough momentum for things to begin to actualize in your experience. So, since we come to you as teachers about law of attraction and about energy, about vibration, sometimes we have a little bit of a hurdle with you, because if you are not willing to accept the vibrational nature of your being, then you cannot hear much from us that will be of any real value for you. Because there is a reality that you are accustomed to calling reality. It's the see it and hear it and smell it and taste it and touch it version of what's around you. But we want to call your attention to a vibrational reality that exists also, that perhaps has not manifested into the full version of the see it and hear it and smell it and taste it and touch it. And if we can get you, just for a little while, to focus upon the vibrational reality, then you can begin to achieve a vibrational focus that is steady enough, chronic enough, that it becomes a belief within you, and then it must move from that vibrational reality into this tangible reality. We've been saying this to you in lots of different ways over time. Many of you followed us right along. We said, you're vibrational. In time you said, okay. You're not ever going to stop saying it, so okay, all right already. We accept it. And then we began telling you that you are more than you are in this physical body, which was not so hard for many of you to understand, because you've been talking about souls and God. You get it. It's just logical. You can't look around this magnificent planet and not acknowledge that there's more going on than just what you're thinking about right here. You're lovely, but you've not scraped enough dirt together to launch it into orbit and make another moon. In other words, you have not figured out that kind of creativity, because that's not what the creativity that you are about is here. So most of you accept that there is something beyond what you are, but we want to convince you that you are the extension, the leading edge creative extension of all of that. And when that begins to come together for you, when you accept that you are an extension of source energy, and that source energy is expanding through that which you are, and that the harmony or the unity between you and the source within you is really what you are looking for in terms of fulfilling your life's purpose and living happily ever after, and just having a good time now, and a good time now, and a good time now. So, as we've talked to you about the vibrational beings that you are, we began to explain to you that the creative process is you sort life and you come to your personal awarenesses of what you prefer and what you don't prefer. And with each of those personal preferences that cannot help but be born within you, is just the natural process of your synthesizing life. You emanate these rockets of desire. That's what we call them, because they shoot from you vibrational rockets without your conscious awareness of them. And they cluster in a vibrational reality. We even gave it a title. We began calling it the vortex, because it is being gathered by law of attraction. So you have this vibrational reality that we call your vortex, and we convinced some of you in time that everything that you have become is in that vibrational version of that which you are. And some of you listened along happily. Some of you became annoyed with us right from the beginning. All right, Abraham, get in the vortex, you say. Get in the vortex, get in the vortex, get in the vortex. All right, already. How do I do that? And after a while, we began explaining to you that this vortex version of you will move into your manifested reality, that it is a process of you lining up. Step one is you launch the rocket. Step two is the vortex assembles and source tends to it. Step three is, now that the vibrational version of what you asked for and what you've become does exist, now your work is to allow it to be a manifested reality for you. Not just for you to embrace and adore and enjoy, but for others around you to experience with you too. So then your logic began progressing to the point that you were saying things to us vibrationally and audibly like, all right, Abraham, I like the idea of all that money being amassed for me in the vortex, but I would like to get it out of the vortex and into my bank. How can I turn these thoughts to things? That was Jerry's expression years ago, turning thoughts to things. How does that happen? How do thoughts turn to things? And more important, how do I control the thoughts that turn into the things that I want to turn into the things that I want? And we say, you have to accept this vortex version of all that is wanted that you have put there. And you have to learn to tune yourself to this vibrational, vortexual version. And when you do it, when you hold steady on those frequencies, not long enough, but consistently enough, it's the absence of the resistance that you're really going for. I want it, but doesn't get you very far. I want it, but, I want it, but, I want it, but, I don't have it. I want it, but it's hard to get it. I want it, but no one else thinks I should have it or that I can have it. I want it, but that gets you nowhere. That's truncated almost the moment that you are launching it, except that it isn't really stopped when you launched it. It is continued when you launch it and continues to become now that you have launched it. The question is, where are you, dear heart, in vibrational proximity to all that you've asked for and that all that you have become? So when we talk about law of attraction, we have to talk about it in terms of what it is, which means, law of attraction means, that which is likened to itself is drawn. That which is likened to itself is drawn. It's like the vibrational frequencies that you know about radio signals. You set your tuners to the frequencies of the transmitters. That way you hear it. That way it translates into the physical equivalent that you can realize. You following us? And this is the same thing. You have to set your tuner, your vibrational tuner, which is indicated to you by your emotions. You have to set your tuner to the frequency of what's being broadcast from your vortex. Your inner being stands there. That which you want to call God is there. And all that you've amassed vibrationally is there. All the momentum that you have brought to where you are, which includes everything that you were coming into this experience and all of the wonderful things that you've added to it since, are all vibrationally queued up, ready for you to discover and maintain the frequency of it long enough that momentum can build to the extent that it can manifest into your experience. That's the best way we have of explaining to you how thoughts turn to things. You maintain a frequency long enough that you become the realizer of it. And what happens as you get on that vibrational wavelength, the path literally unfolds beneath your feet. It isn't about efforting. It isn't about knowing what you want and going after it. Step 3 is about you achieving, finding, maintaining, practicing, creating a vibrational atmosphere. Feels good while you're doing it. That allows what's in your vortex to be realized by you. Following that? I think you are. It's the best we've ever said it. It's the clearest you've ever heard it. And it's everything that matters to you. Because life just causes you to sift and sort. You can't stop doing that. Life just is around you. You knew it would be. And you can't stop that step 1, launching of your desires. That is happening and has happened. And you can't avoid, nor do you have anything to do with the vibrational reality that is amassing, that Source is tending to. But where your work really is to figure out how to vibrationally create an atmosphere that allows you to be the full realizer of everything that you have become. Because anything less than that doesn't feel good enough to you. You can't have become it and now be disallowing it. That's what negative emotion is. You can't have become it and not let it flow in full form into your experience. You cannot have launched all of that money, all of that abundance, and be pinching it off and feel anything that feels good. You can't pinch off who you are and feel good. You just can't. So cut it out.